All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Got it.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Switch up, switch up.
Check 6-6, bullet high. Fan. Big grip.
Now Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, orbit.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Watch 54. You don't want none. Give it. Pick up the ball.
Check. Hey, lock it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Check nickel.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Look, squeeze.
Crunch.
Hit it.
Throwing on second down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Leo.
Watch the run. Hey, switch gears.
Gone.
On first down, Barkley. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Slot. Hey, watch 88.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
The Steelers take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 280.
Squeeze, double. Sponge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Saquon Barkley running right. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gator.
Get him.
Big rip.
Throwing Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Come on, now. Shift.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
81.
I'm coming.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
There we go. Pac-Man. Blue 80.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Here.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's go, baby.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, Yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. First carry for James Conner, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz, and his throw here's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz, and he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There we go. Pac-Man. 180. Man 5-7.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, exit.
Right there.
Hey, over here, over here.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Watch the twin.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Go.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
58's the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Complete to Washington. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. They'll run on first down. Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Look at me.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 31, Jones, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Rock it.
They'll try and run through with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Go! It's run! They run it!
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Boom! Yeah!
Ready?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo!
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And I think he's gonna go. They're not gonna get him. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Last stop!
16. Giants 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go, boys! Bring it up!
32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check. Big edge.
Now Wentz. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
Guys take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout.
Let's go.
As it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw again on second down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
You can't stop me. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got you, son. I got you.
Great 15. Great 15.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's coming. We got double up.
Go, go.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They don't want it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 280.
Right now, let's go. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here, see it. What's that?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. I'm coming.
Here, see it.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on
657.
We got 4. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here, see it. What's that?
Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Switch. Show
Hey, Lou.
Switch.
What's that?
Here's Snell on 3rd down.
Get there.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Kill.
He's checking. Crash.
Here, see it.
Now Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards.
For Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch
Black.
Twist. Shoot. Wide. Get wide. 58, boys. 58.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's it. Big hit.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Boys, bring it up.
Let's go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Let's go.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Check.
5.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base. Look. Squeeze.
I got one. Check 24.
Go.
Watch out.
Leo.
Check 24. No. Off.
Get it.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. To throw again. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A gain there of 30 big ones. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Look at me. Door.
49. Check 49.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Wentz now on first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch twist.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Wentz to throw again. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, bunch.
Check four.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Going top shelf for Smith. Shoot. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, Snell. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They're going to run again with Snell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Slam, slam, slam. Back, back, back. Watch the safety creep. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check 52. Check your hot read. Check 99.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Waiting.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch the eye.
Liz 5-3. Liz 5-3.
Check 13.
Hey, empty. Empty.
Check.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye.
48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, watch.
Liz.
25. Check 25. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is out of bounds here. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check. Slam.
He's coming. Double up.
Ram.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, check 24.
Hey, stash.
Check. Crunch.
Here.
Crunch.
Hey, switch gears.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Right there.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball...